This is Jeff, the winner of Beast Games by Mr. Beast, and this is his son Lucas, who has an extremely rare medical condition called creatine transporter deficiency, which is a condition that results in slow brain development. Now, Jeff originally went on Beast Games to spread awareness for his son's condition, and in the process, he ended up winning $10 million, which he plans to put towards his cause. So today, I want to dive deep into what exactly is this condition, why it's so rare, and if there are possibilities for a treatment or a cure. So get ready and let's dive in. Before we can actually understand what this condition is, we first have to understand what is creatine exactly. Now, creatine is an organic compound composed of 3 amino acids. It is synthesized in the liver, kidneys, and pancreas. We also get creatine from products we eat like meat and fish. Most of it is stored in muscles, but some are also in the brain, heart, and other tissues. So now that we have an understanding of what creatine is, I think it's time we actually look at what's the function, like why do we actually need creatine. Now, creatine has a lot of functions, but one of the main functions is to provide energy and to provide regeneration for ATP. I'll break this down to make it simple for you guys to understand. ATP, adenosine triphosphate, is like gas for the body, and when it is used, it loses a phosphate group and becomes ADP, changing from triphosphate to diphosphate. Now, this is where creatine comes in. It is stored mainly in the muscles as phosphocreatine or creatine phosphate, and it acts as an energy reservoir. So whenever ATP loses the phosphate group and becomes ADP, adenosine diphosphate, the creatine phosphate gives one of its phosphate group to the ADP, making it ATP again. This process allows for quick regeneration of ATP, which then can be used to produce energy for lifting, running, and brain function. But today, we're not talking about the physical aspects of creatine in skeletal muscles. Today, we're only looking at the effects on the brain. As you know, the brain is a high energy organ, and creatine helps to support the ATP levels in the brain, which allows the brain to perform its cognitive abilities like memory, attention, and decision making. Creatine also has antioxidant properties, and studies show that it may protect brain cells from oxidative stress and damage. That's why it plays an important role in neurovegetative diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and Huntington's. Now that we've looked at creatine, its functions, and when it comes to aiding in brain activities, it's time we look at the actual condition that Jeff's son has, called creatine transporter deficiency. I guess you can understand from the name of this condition what it actually is. But in short, it's a problem with the delivery of creatine to the brain. You see, the thing is, the brain is a very complex organ that has a certain barrier. Creatine and some other substances can't just walk up to the brain, open the door, and enter. There is a guard, and they need the guard to let them in. And this is where this condition comes in. There's a defect with the guard. The guard is not allowing the creatine to enter into the brain. And this guard for creatine is called creatine transporter, or in other words, or in science terms, SLC6A8. So in creatine transporter deficiency, CTD, there's a problem with the SLC6A8 gene, which causes creatine to not be able to enter into the brain. Now you've gotten a full picture of CTD. So no creatine leads to reduced ATP, and reduced ATP leads to reduced brain development and function. That's why it's so hard to find a treatment or a cure. Alright, some potential treatments could be to find a way to get the creatine into the brain to bypass that actual gate or the blood-brain barrier, using intracerebroventricular injections, or some treatments are aimed at finding ways to correct the mutation of the SLC6A8 gene. Anyway guys, there you have it. I mainly made this video for Jeff and his son Lucas to spread awareness about his condition. If you do feel like you want to help in any way, shape, or form, feel free to do so. If you want, you can share this video or just talk about the condition, talk about Jeff, talk about his son, spread the story. Any way you can help is going to be greatly appreciated, and I'm sure Jeff would greatly appreciate it as well. I will also leave a link down in the description below. If you want to support financially, you can do so as well, and I'm sure Jeff and his son would greatly appreciate that as well too. But like I said, any form of support is greatly appreciated. Anyway guys, that's it for me. If you do suffer from headaches when you're feeling hungry, then I have a video going directly into that and what actually happens. But yeah guys, you can check it out right there. Anyway, take it easy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe for more health and wellness videos. Peace.